This long time, girl, me never see you. Come make me hold your hand. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come make me hold your hand. Peel head drunk, sit down in a tree top, pick out the blossom, make me hold your hand, girl. Make me hold your hand, man. Hi, I know you have not seen my face in so long. I'm like, what's happening? Is this the same reason with Ash? Yes, it is. And I'm happy that you're still with me. If you are watching this right now and you're not subscribed to Ashleigh-Ann on YouTube, go do it. If you're watching it on YouTube, then you can just subscribe below, right there. This is reason with Ash Career Smart, about being career smart. And I think you may have a bone to pick with me because in my intro, I did tell you that I have two truths and a lie, and I'll tell you, what's the truth. Okay, so I'm going to play it here. Two truths and a lie. I closed my business. I'm a full-time 9-to-5er and annually I earn 7 figures. Have you figured out the lie? Well, throughout my career journey, I've received so much advice. Some of it makes sense, but some of it is garbage. And I've learned in my journey how important it is to have this superpower, being career smart, so that I can draw closer to my professional goals uninhibited by other people's vision of me. If you want to nurture that superpower inside of you, come reason with Ash about being career smart. So the truth is, my business is very much open. It not closed. Live Well Jamaica cannot be closed, guys. I am not closing Live Well Jamaica. It is at my core. It is at my core in terms of my professional pursuits. Live Well Jamaica forever. That's where my loyalty lies. But the other thing that I shared with you about being a 9-to-5er, and my earnings are in fact true, right? To an extent, and I'll explain. So I am a 9-to-5. I was a 9-to-5 at the time that I recorded the conversation. I did search and get a job as an employee engagement officer at a call center in Hanover. I enjoyed the experience, but as I mentioned, I'm tied to my professional goals. Well, I want to see it properly. So I accepted another offer. As a matter of fact, I have accepted what the universe is presenting to me as a recommitment to my work from home model. And I'm happy about it because remember I was telling you that one of the things that I want to do is to consistently be there in the role as a full-time stay-at-home mom, and the fact that I can do it, I will be able to take care of my family, take care of myself, you understand, and still pursue my goals as a stay-at-home mom. I'm happy to report that I had to make some changes, shape-shifting, but I'm back right here in my home office. Still working on decorating it, but don't worry about that. Now, in this video, we are going to be talking about something that I think I have grown in terms of my expertise. We're talking about resume writing and cover letter writing. Now, the first thing that I'm going to say to you, if you've been sending the same resume and cover letter to every single job post that you've applied for, that's why you're not successful. And if you've been successful, that's a hell of a cover letter and resume, because the truth is, for every single job and for every single job that you apply to, your resume should look good. I was telling look different. I was telling my therapist the other day that literally my resume changes every time I apply for a job. And even though I'm a stay-at-home mom, I work from home, I'm always open to opportunities to reach closer to my goals. And that is something that I hope you had gathered from my conversation with Joshua Cruz. You should be tied to your professional goals. So it's okay that you are in a stable job and it is helping you to meet some of those goals. But if you're seeing where there's an opportunity for you to grow, then grow, my darling, grow. Keep looking. Or your situation may be your job is stable, but you want a little bit more. You may need to purchase a house. You may need to purchase a car. You may need to open an investment plan. You may need to start saving for your children's tuition fee to come in the future. And your current income will not allow you to do that. Then it's time for you to tap back into those resume writing and cover letter writing skills. Those writing skills are very important. And by the way, if you realize there's no subject additional person with me this week or in this video, because I think I can share my expertise in this area from which you can learn. I write resumes for fun. I write cover letters. I write for fun. I love writing, but there's an art to it, and we're going to delve deep into it. What I want to do, I want to share with you an important space on my online platform. And this space is very important to me because it is where I have made so many professional connections, and it is where most of the people who choose to engage me in terms of the services that I offer tend to find me. I'm speaking about, and you're viewing it from my actual account. I'm speaking of LinkedIn profile. I did it. I'm still working on it, right? And it's going to keep getting better and better. Now, the reason I'm showing you the LinkedIn profile, I know many of you may have an account, but you don't necessarily invest as much time in developing that, developing your LinkedIn profile. But let me tell you a little secret about LinkedIn and resumes. Your LinkedIn profile is literally the platform online for you to show off your resume. So this part that speaks about, let me start from up here. Your name, your main areas. So my main area is media and communication and digital branding. Right below that, what I talk mostly about, my brand, Live Well Jamaica, right? And then it gives you a brief summary of who I am, very critical. And look here, experience. And what I love about LinkedIn, it actually tabulates how long you've been working within that role. So you are able now to actually upload. And I must point out, my LinkedIn needs to be updated because I have not listed the call center that I was working at. So that needs to be included on it. But what I'm trying to say to you is there are so many opportunities for you to, there are so many opportunities for you to be seen online or for your resume to be viewed online if you update your LinkedIn and you have your education, your skills are already there. And what I love about this platform, people can endorse you and give you, let me show you something, reviews. These are reviews that people have given me, meaning people who I've worked with, right? And I've also given other people reviews. Let's talk about the basics when it comes on to resume and cover letter writing. You're applying for a job, your key objective is to get that job. You have looked on the job vacancy, read through some of the job description, because some of them list the job description, and you said to yourself, I can do this. Well, if you can do it, show them. Don't send them the same resume that you sent to another company showcasing some of your skills. No, show them exactly that you are that individual that they should be hiring. I'm going to give you an example. I'm actually going to go on Caribbean Jobs right now because that's a site that I visit very often because, as I tell you, where am I tied? I'm tied to my professional goals. So I'm going to try to find, let me try to find something outside of my area. So my area is communication and media. I'm going to select a job in another capacity. Let's look for something in tourism. All right, so I'm seeing something here from Grand Palladium, right? Let me share my screen with you again. So Grand Palladium is looking for a MIC or MICE or group and events manager, right? As you can see, as a matter of fact, guys, it's still available. So if you're big in events and you're good at this, go ahead and apply. Now, it's important that you read through what they are looking for. What is the goal of the role that they're hoping to hire, right? The goal of it is to focus efforts to obtain the results of groups' monthly and annual occupancy marked in the income budget and to actively assist in daily sales activities within the make them still not. All right, so one thing that I will say, I hope that human resource managers are watching this, because most of the time an individual may be skilled in the area, but when you use professional jargons and abbreviation, it may throw off some job seekers. I don't know what that means. That sounds very internal. I mean, they could have spelled it out. I'm not an events manager. That's not my area of expertise. I don't know what that stands for. But let's just focus on the events manager aspect of it. They need someone to focus their efforts on helping them updating a chart of confirmed groups in the formats that are on the computer, update and send group evaluation to the sales manager. So from what I'm understanding, this is really an administrative role. So say, for instance, you've worked in events and you have done both administrative and production. Now, production have to do with the actual execution of the event. You need to sell the administrative part of your experience on your cover letter. So before I stop sharing my screen, I want to show you things like what you should be including in your cover letter. If they tell you that they need somebody to write weekly reports and they need someone to assist with the compiling of documents and lists and schedules, you should say the exact thing in your cover letter. In my previous work experience, I have scheduled 150 event workers to complete pull up and set down duties at whatever XYZ property. I have assisted the sales department with the curating of a list of prospective vendors for you understand what I'm saying? You need to start to show them that I am familiar with the work that your company is currently looking to find somebody to take over, right? You need to show them that you are familiar with it in your cover letter, right? Once you are able to establish that in your cover letter, your resume is the example sheet. So just like I'm going to take you back to high school and university, when you're writing an essay, you have to start with the main idea or the thesis. Well, consider your cover letter as your thesis. Then your resume is your example. So your examples are, I used to work at XYZ events company as their senior events planner. And while you would have done execution work, as in execute and manage, holistically manage the event operation, your role in when you're designing your resume to send to the Grand Palladium, you're expected now to show them that you are also doing the administrative part. So yes, list the fact that you manage the execution, but speak specifically to some of the things that they have mentioned, some of the duties and responsibilities that they mention in the job post. It's as crucial as that. And it may require some rewording. Stop using simple words to talk about complex things. If you, all right, say for instance, it's not an events work and you're applying to a digital marketing position, but they're looking for somebody who is skilled in graphic designing. And in your previous role, you made a lot of flyers. Are you going to say, I am skilled in making flyers? Nobody now will look at you. What you should be saying is, I have assisted in the execution of numerous marketing campaigns through the designing of graphics, flyers, and you understand? Because the truth is, if you're a graphic designer, if you know to make a flyer, more likely you know to make a GIF, you know to make you know to make different graphics for social media, may even know how to do the little video editing, basic video editing. Use up the terminology. Go on Google, and instead of writing make, type in make on Google, type in a synonym for make, and then use that synonym that sounds a little bit elevated. Your resume and your cover letter should show you off. It should be your showpiece. It is showing your prospective employer that you know the job so well that you can articulate very clearly their expectations. So it's really telling them what they're saying to you, but smartly rewording it so that it captures their eyes. I'm going to tell you a little secret. I have friends in HR. And you know what they tell me? They scan through those resumes and cover letters, especially if they are within a company that always is recruiting and the compensation packages are always attractive. Look here, they're not going to sit down and read every line. That's why your resumes and your cover letters should be optimized. Include the keywords, the same words or synonyms to them that they're using in the job description. Bingo. And it's gonna take work. I mean, I'm gonna tell you about my experience. I started working with the call center and I'll drop some pictures throughout because I really enjoyed that experience. I start working with them in September, but I did not get that job. Well, I started with them in September, but my journey, the resume writing and cover letter writing, the job search journey was from all the way in June. I was looking. I kept looking. I was shortlisted. Then I was turned down. I did samples. I did tests. The amount of stuff I did. I remember at one point I got so frustrated with the process, and it's okay to get frustrated, right? Because I remember one specific company, I was applying for their public relations role, and they wanted me to present them with a proposal on the interview, and they gave me the assignment at the end of the day. Well, the previous day, at the end of that day, like about 5-6 p.m. And it was due the middle of the following day, which was like noon. And I'm like, really? And I'm a stay-at-home mom. By this time, my daughter is home. What kind of foolishness is this? I was angry. But guess what? I had my goal in mind. So I said, you know what? I'm going to put pen to paper and I'm going to get this done. I aced that proposal. I didn't finish it, but from what I presented, they were so impressed. Didn't get a job because of some issue with my location. But I learned from that experience, and I learned how important it is to redesign your cover letter and resume every time you send it out to a job recruiter. And the conversation doesn't stop there, because you're just responding to the job ad. One of the things that I did after that was to follow up. Who tell you that when you send your resume on through those job sites, Caribbean Jobs, Indeed, because I apply overseas as well, Indeed, LinkedIn, how are you sure that the actual job recruiter got it? Call them, call the company, contact the job recruiter on LinkedIn. Some of them actually list their names on the job post. You're not clear about some of the terms of the job that is being advertised. Ask questions, get some clarity. I've done that so many times. So it's helpful to help yourself to a better job by curating your resume and your cover letter. And you don't need to be you don't need to be an expert writer. You don't need to have a journalism degree like myself to do it. You can start with the resources that you have right now. Your phone or your laptop, your brain, and your work experience. And don't limit yourself. Yeah, you may be living in one country, but your services may be in demand in another country. Are you going to allow other people to enjoy a job that you would possibly enjoy, to enjoy a salary that you would possibly enjoy? Go and apply. The visa requirements and all of that will be worked out. The relocation, if necessary, or if you're open to it, will be worked out. Don't look at the limitations. Look at your expectations. Look at your goals. I'm so happy I was able to talk to you about this. I'm so happy that I was able to do this live, show my face. And I really hope that you enjoyed this short tutorial in our series, Reason with Ash, Career Smart. Now, I've been doing this series and I really think I want some more feedback from you. Are you enjoying them? I keep the topics, I keep it diverse. So I don't stick to one topic. I don't stick to one theme for too long. I keep them for at least 4 weeks and then I switch to a different theme. I don't know if I'll be doing any, once I close out Career Smart, I may take a break before I move on to another theme, but I'm open to hearing what are your suggestions. Before you give me your suggestions, please visit Ashleigh-Ann on YouTube and watch all the other series. Reason with Ash, personal branding. Reason with Ash, money matters. Reason with Ash, healthy lifestyle. Reason with Ash, career smart. Do it, do it, do it. All right? All right. Until next time, I'm going to take, what do I always say? Well, let me say what Live Well Jamaica says. Until next time, live in peace, live in love. And even if you're not in Jamaica, live well, Jamaica.